This is the good, the bad, and the ugly.
What's up, Outlaws? So you may have recently heard that Cyberpunk 2077 is on a bit of a tear. Sure, the game's only barely playable on last-gen consoles right now, but even they're in a better state now than they were at launch, which even resulted in the game being delisted from the Sony PlayStation Store for a time. The game garnered mostly positive critical reception at launch, but most of those reviews were from the perspectives of PC users. Accordingly, most positive user reviews at launch were from those on PCs whose systems could handle the demand that the world of Night City placed on their rigs. Hopefully nobody caught fire. Lately, however, with the recent Black Friday sales on Steam slashing the game's price in half, Cyberpunk is finally knowing some hefty positivity, with overall reviews and recent reviews on Steam being mostly positive and very positive, respectively. Even on Metacritic, the user score has actually inched up to 7.1 as of this writing. For my part, though, y'all probably already know, I've been a huge fan of the franchise since its tabletop days, and have been fortunate enough to not have my initial launch experience mired by a slew of bugs, even on my initially inferior gaming laptop. My early 2021 replay of the game on my new rig, however, gave me much the same feeling that a lot of those recent positive reviews expressed. Moving on to Halo Infinite. It's making some strides as well, like Cyberpunk. It wasn't all sunshine and disco lights off the starting line. The multiplayer's initial progression was woefully slow, to say the least, especially on the Battle Pass system. The paid Battle Pass system, mind you. It was so woefully slow that it often seemed to subconsciously urge some players, to hop in the store for a little boost or a little wallet warriored customizations and skins of their own. Things that they're calling coatings for your armor for coloring. Well, as we all know, this tends to plant the seeds for pay-to-win mechanics, and although Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free to play, I doubt very much that 343 Industries wants to taint Bungie's legacy in such a way. The XP gains have since been greatly enhanced, so much that virtually every match now seems rewarding, irrespective of performance, and gains and unlocks even begin to feel impactful. With the campaign's launch but only a week away, this was definitely a much-needed feather in the cap for 343. So we'll see how things go from here. But while we have Bungie's legacy on the mind, the launch of Halo Infinite's campaign joins the launch of Bungie's 30th anniversary event, much of which will be enjoyed in their current flagship title, Destiny 2. Although next week's new 6-player match-made activity, Dares of Eternity, is available to free-to-play players, a whole slew of content is available for a paltry $25. It's really not a lot. The 30th anniversary pack comes with the classic Destiny exotic, the Gallarhorn, which, if you played Destiny 1, you know and love, and maybe even at one point hated this thing, but it's an amazing rocket launcher. I'm not even kidding on this. You get a new dungeon inspired by Destiny 1's famous loot cave of the Cosmodrome, and a horde of loot options. 2 armor ornament sets, and several weapon skins, all inspired by Bungie's history of games. It's basically a mini expansion. Not too bad, right? Should whet our appetites for the next 3 months while waiting on the Witch Queen. But if there's any one real point of concern here, it's the word that owners of the anniversary pack will get additional loot in the free-to-play match-made activity. Yeah. Well, while I get it's designed to promote the paid content and encourage our free-to-play friends to open their wallets, it is kind of a shady move in its bad optics for a company that tried to distance itself from a company also known for shitty monetization schemes. But in the grand scheme of things, I get it. There are much worse things they could have done, like, reworsen the grind for armor synthesis to push people into opening their wallets to shortcut in-game earnables. But Bungie continues to develop a game that tries to eschew the concept of pay to win. Between that and their innumerable charity events that span each year, this is why I continue to openly enjoy and support their current flagship. So looking forward through the holidays, there's a lot to offload onto my Twitch channel for streaming. Tuesdays will continue to be focal for Star Trek Online, Thursdays will pick up Destiny 2, and Sundays will focus on Star Wars gaming. Each game respectively has a ton of holiday content on the way, but we also know Destiny 2 launches its 30th anniversary content next week, and Star Wars The Old Republic launches Legacy of the Sith the week after that. On top of that, we have the launch of Halo Infinite's campaign next week, and Final Fantasy XIV Endwalkers is in early access. I'm downloading it as we speak. I'm honestly a bit relieved that Guild Wars 2's End of Dragons expansion got delayed to February 2022, although I really want to go back to Cantha. But with what additional stream availability I will have, if any, I will also try to endure and fit Halo Infinite and Final Fantasy XIV into the stream schedule as well where I can. As has been likely noticed by recent streams, I'm making a conscious effort to try and find my groove again as a streamer. I know I'm probably not as good as I was when I started. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just beating myself up. Who knows? Y'all need to let me know this so that I know what to improve. And should I make partner one day, that'd be terrific. If not, then, well, at least I have a pretty dope core group of friends to watch me play and entertain me with their own antics as I try to do for them. Well, with that, Outlaws, it's time to wrap this up, get some dinner. Glad you stopped by to check out the video, and y'all know the drill. Hope to see y'all at the next one.